like a traffic ticket looking at my phone like a year ago, and then I got another one
Oh, fuck.
in the same exact spot, and I can't pay it because I think I'm wanted.
What are you going to do now?
I don't know. I don't know. Move to Mexico. I'm not sure.
You know what TikToks have recently been on? Like, you know how like TikToks will like they'll like make you like sometimes your feed will be all cats or whatever. Like right now I'm on Cartel TikTok and I'm on jail TikTok.
Oh, how'd you get there?
I don't know. There's a lot of people that are on this. It's like a trend going around. There's a lot of videos from the Cartel that are popping up, and it's like all of them smuggling like cocaine and stuff. And you have a mic. Like all of them, like
I love Cartel TikTok.
yeah, it's really good. It's really interesting.
I
And
haven't
like
seen it.
the one I'm on right now is like there was like a boat and there was like a shipment of cocaine.
It's like busts by the cops.
No, it's like straight up from like Android phones that are like horrible quality, and you see the cocaine like all laid out. This isn't bus, and then the
It's not
next,
so smart if you're a drug dealer.
Yeah,
or it's
I don't
fucking
get that
dope.
Put it on TikTok. That's crazy.
Yeah,
You
and
could get,
the next day I saw Cartel TikToks, but it was from the police point of view.
Uh-huh.
So it was like a police like whole task force driving into like a small town like with all the sirens, and it was like a hot police officer that flipped the camera to him, and like the top comment was like, damn, I wish I was in the cartel now. I want him to bust me. So it was like funny that like now like I see both of the point of views from the cartel.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's popping. And then I saw another video of this guy in jail.
Yeah.
And he's in jail. Horrible phone. Like the phone barely works. Obviously he's in jail. But like he's like showing videos and he's like playing like fuck the police like through the like that's his TikTok sound that he's using. And it's like the saddest fucking thing. And like everyone in the comments is like like we're gonna get you out of there, dude. We're gonna like we don't even know what this guy did.
Right.
But everyone's like, man, we feel like this guy could have murdered like 15 people, but we're just like, we gotta get him out of there.
Yeah.
So everyone feels bad for him. And he's made 6 TikToks already, and his whole thing is he's begging people to get him to like 1,000 or 5,000 followers, because then you can start going live, and then I think you can start accepting donations. Yeah. So like he's like like all about like he's like, come on, get me to 6,000 followers so I can go live, and like it's just so crazy. This dude's fucking straight up in jail.
Wait, how do you have a phone in jail?
What?
What, you just
a
smuggle
cell
it?
phone in jail?
Yeah, are you crazy?
You pay a guard off and you get
I've never heard of that before.
Oh my god,
Crazy.
yeah, bro. People do that all the time. People sneak shit into jail all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure, but like a fucking phone is pretty crazy to have in jail.
Yeah, but it's just like it's guards. Like it's you just pay a guard fucking whatever $100 and he sneaks the phone in. It's a pretty good deal for a guard. Mm-hmm. It's like you're already fucking stuck in jail.
That's like one of my biggest fears is to be in jail.
It is pretty horrible. But like isn't it fucking so crazy how you can just go to like not you can just go to jail, like you just accidentally wind up there. But it's crazy how like other humans will go, whoa, what you just fucking did? You have to go in timeout from the real world for 4 or 5 years. Like that's such a bizarre thing to me. And like how like there's like driving by a jail is the craziest thing. How like you're on the highway and you're
like, I know exactly what you mean.
And like
there's dudes in there.
There's dudes in there, and they've been there for years.
Leave. Yeah.
And all they do is they just see the surroundings around them as if it was a green screen. And everybody else is just driving by. And, like, they'll never be able to climb the mountain that they see or, like, go on the highway. They're just stuck in that jail cell. It's such a...
And the other thing I always think about, too, is, like, even if you get out when you're, like, 50, like, just, like, all that lost time.
Right.
Like, your 20s and 30s, gone.
Right, but if you're out when you're 50, you really did something fucking bad, right? Unless it's, like, some bullshit thing.
Maybe,
like
or maybe it's a drug charge.
Yeah, you got caught with marijuana.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is bullshit.
That's kind of fucked up.
But the thing that like is like I'm confused about is like I don't know, like you know how there's like I don't know if it's Sweden or Switzerland or where, but like the jails there are like fucking summer camps.
Right.
Like they believe in like you can't even go to jail there for any crime over like 13 or 20 years. There's some sort of rule where you can't spend there's no life sentences for sure.
Murder, the most you can get is 19 years. Remember we watched it together?
Yeah. I don't know if it's 19 years. I don't know what it is. But yeah, you can do whatever you want. It's the max is 19 years because they rehabilitate everybody. And they believe that everybody gets a second chance, and this whole thing. The repeat offenders, those rates are a lot lower than anywhere else because of, I guess, just how they work their prison systems. And like, there's no like, nobody's in a cage. They're like in literal rooms that have like TVs and like nice sinks and like everything's.
They look
clean.
like hospitals.
It looks like exactly like hospitals.
Yeah.
And like, so I don't know. Like, is that the way to do it? Or
The one
like,
scene that was interesting in the doc was there was like 5 guys all living together in this really, really nice prison, and like 2 of them like were like robbers, but they were like right next to the murderer.
Right.
And they were like all talking to him, and he
no,
was
the
like,
craziest part about the doc we watched was the woman prison guard. She was just like hanging out with the prisoners
Right.
in like this common area
Yeah.
where one guy was like working a stone, like an oven, and like he was microwaving his food, and it was like 5 of them hanging out. And the
like The
guard was
Office, basically.
yeah, and the guard was just sitting on the couch with them, just talking.
Can I just jump in?
Yeah.
Can I just,
My teacher, Mr. Killinger, is here. He's been in jail, so you have some things to say.
David's trying to get his GED, so he's brought Killinger here for good.
No, yeah, just in terms of where this conversation's going, I mean, that's the punishment should be that you're removed from society.
Right.
And that's it. Anything worse in terms of like when you've seen inside of prisons how terrible the conditions are, it's like that shouldn't be an additional punishment. Like, you are removed from society, you're in like a prison area, but then, and then you can be rehabilitated, you get educated and like,
Right.
counseling and stuff, and then you come out, as opposed to, in the United States, it's like, yeah, we're going to remove you, and you're going to be in a tiny cell, and it's going to be with a bunch of other people. We're not going to educate you on anything. You're going to potentially get raped in the shower. Like, it's
And you're gonna
it's
rot
terrible
in
here.
there.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. And then, so another, not to get on like my high horse here or like a soapbox or whatever, but part of it is that in the United States, a lot of prisons are run privately, like they're corporations. And so all they want is for people to come back into
Bro,
prison.
this is too much knowledge for our podcast here. We like
Is this
to keep
not
it
how things
light.
normally go here?
We like to keep it light, Killinger.
Gotcha. Well, I've got a light.
I've never even heard the word corporations before.
So I mean, yeah, they're businesses. So the way
Right.
they make money is to have more prisoners. And so
Okay.
they're like, we're not going to educate you. We're not going to get you
Like, they don't
counseling.
have
We
to
want
pay
you
them
right back.
even minimum wage.
Right, I agree with what you're saying. Like, I think that's like a better way to like rehabilitate somebody. But to play devil's advocate, let's say your mother was brutally murdered by somebody. Like, would you be like, send him to this summer camp or would you be like, fucking have this guy rot in this prison?
I completely understand that perspective, but like, you've got to
Take yourself out of it.
Yeah, you've got to take emotion out of it. Like, of course, if somebody killed my mom, I would stab him with my bare hands. But like,
Right.
but that's why it's not up to
With
me.
your bare
Emotion out of
hands,
it.
like you
Yeah,
use your
just-
middle
I would,
finger.
I would just
You
just jab him. Just enough times, just like one of these like sharp motions like this, and I would
You
just
just
jab him
wouldn't
in the
cut your
chest.
nails for a while. And you
Right,
just
right.
hope that.
Exactly. That would
This
be my
is for
plan.
my mother.
Exactly. You'd be so confused getting stabbed by my
Right.
fingernails.
No, okay, I know what you mean. So I guess you can't be biased in that way. And
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
interesting.
If we punish people based on like the feelings of the victims and their families, then it's like everybody would be
the whole
like
world's
it would
blind.
be terrible. Right.
And,
Yeah. Exactly.
An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind.
Exactly.
Right. Okay, I guess that makes sense.
If you ever thought about you get into a situation where it looks like you murdered them, but you didn't, you're innocent,
Oh my god.
and then you have to like move to Oklahoma and completely start a new life, and like, what would you do? Like, I would do that. I would never ever try to go to jail. I'd be like, I'm gone.
like if you're wrongfully convicted, or you were about to be, and you still had the chance to like escape and
Yeah,
leave.
if you had a chance to go and get a new identity, and you go to like a small town in
I
Montana.
totally leave. Yeah, I'd pull fucking so much cash out and I just leave. I would never come back.
What would your new alias be?
Albert
Albert what?
Einstein.
Dobrik.
Albert Dobrik.
Hey, Chief, look at this. This guy's got the same last name as the guy we're looking for, but a different first name.
Albert Dobrik. I think more suspicious would be if I was Albert Einstein.
Yeah, that would be.
Hey, Chief, is there an Albert Einstein that you know about? There's a George Clooney living in Oklahoma?
We were just watching an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
That's my favorite show.
They're shooting the new season right now.
Are they really? Oh, yeah, that's right. No, we did see that.
Are they?
But do you remember the one where they go to Dodger Stadium where he takes the prostitute
Yep.
to Dodger Stadium?
Yep.
So in that episode,
That's so funny.
there
That's
was a
already funny
guy.
sentence. Wow.
There was a guy who was, I think, on trial for murder, or the
Wait,
cops.
do you know why he takes the prostitute?
No.
So he can use the HOV lane.
Oh,
Because
that's
he's
so-
going to be late for the game, and a prostitute's like, "Hey, baby," and he's like, "Get in the car. We're going to the Dodgers game, so I can take the
Pretty funny,
carpool
so he can
lane."
beat the traffic.
Oh, so
Which
it's
is
the
very Larry
carpool
thing.
lane. That is really funny.
Very Larry thing to do, yeah.
That's so clever. That's really
He's the
funny.
best. I tried to show these guys Curb Your Enthusiasm once, and like
I didn't give enough
it's
of
the
I
best.
didn't
they
give,
liked it. Not just these guys, like Zane was here, and they liked it. They only laughed like 3 times.
It's the best. I think we've been through. The
But maybe
whole
you have to
series,
watch
like 3
more of
times.
it.
Yeah. But in that episode, there was somebody who was like on trial for murder, or the cops had just picked him up or thought he was guilty of killing somebody, and he got off because at the time of the murder they were shooting that episode, and he's in the video, like in the TV show.
Oh,
He's like,
I've heard of this.
Wait, what happened?
That-
He was one of the
just
extras.
some random, some extra.
He was one of the extras in the Dodger Stadium Like in the actual show, he was one of the extras, and that was his alibi for why he wasn't at the crime.
Right.
Because he was shooting Curb
Oh,
Your
wow.
Enthusiasm. Yeah, that's
so
crazy.